Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elites, and I am so excited you're here. Today is an exciting day because today is the first day that I am starting all of my new series for the Crypto Elite channel, or Lewis Raskin, my channel. And I plan on having a lot of videos. I plan on coming out with as many videos as possible related to cryptocurrencies, things like news, things like education, things like trading and investments, and what I'm personally doing and what I'm seeing in the markets. And so welcome if you're here. Thank you so much for watching. I plan to have a lot of content. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video if you end up liking it. This video is going to be a news video. I still need to think of a cool title for like the section or like what the news is going to be. Like, I guess I could just say crypto news or whatever, crypto news by Crypto Elite. I don't know, but I'll have to think of different cool titles for the different sections. Anyway, this is going to be a crypto news section. Now, why is the news in crypto important? Well, the news in crypto is vitally important because crypto runs on hype. This is something that you have to understand if you're investing or trading crypto, is that you have to understand the hype cycles. I mean, look at Dogecoin. That's all I need to say. Look at Dogecoin. It is in the middle of a hype cycle, or I don't know if it's near the end of it, but it's been in a hype cycle and it's done like 80x so far. That is what I mean by hype cycles. Dogecoin, there's SafeMoon, which blew up on TikTok. There's Elon Doge, or Elon Coin, and which is goes by Doge Elon. And there's just a lot of stuff, and you need to look at the hype cycles because those are all, I don't want to say those are all scams, although I do think like SafeMoon and Doge Elon and stuff, I think that those are scams. I don't think that Doge itself is a scam. I think that Doge has cemented itself in the world, not just the crypto world, but the world at large, in the memes, you know, Elon Musk about it, and just like, it's here to stay, in my opinion. I don't think Doge is a meme anymore. I don't think it's something to play with. I think it's a real thing at this point. It's proven itself. I mean, I look at the market. The market, if you say, no, it's a meme coin, it's not worth anything, the market says otherwise, and I just look at the market. So that's my 2 cents on Dogecoin, and I will be going into Dogecoin. I will definitely be going more into Dogecoin. So basically, what I'm going to do in this segment is I'm going to look at all of the different news cycles or news articles that are going on. I'll go through them really quickly and come up with some type of conclusion. And if I see news that is looking at certain coins, then I will pull up the charts and I'll check out the coins and I'll look for like key levels to buy in and to sell and stuff like that. So before we get started, I do just want to say this is all brought to you, all my videos are brought to you by Cryptorays. This is actually my company. When I started in cryptocurrency, my eyes started to get really dry and really red, and I started to get headaches, and I couldn't sleep, and that was because of the blue light that was coming from the computer screens that I was on literally 24/7. I know you know what I'm talking about because you're on your phone 24/7, you're on your computer 24/7 looking up crypto, and the blue light from these devices really messes with your eyes. So I got Cryptorays and I started it and it's amazing. So I would love it if you would get a pair. I'll put a link in the description for that. Anyway, let's get started with the news and I will be back with the stories in 3, 2. Okay, so we're here and the first thing that I want to go over is from Sorry. It's just this one little piece out of their entire, huge weekly recap. But they said that the smart contract platform sector was by far the best performing sector during the week. Overall, the group was up 30%, boosted by the excitement around Ethereum's all-time highs week. EOS led the smart contract sector, completely outpacing the rest with a whopping 52% weekly return. Then Neo and Ethereum followed closely, ending the week with the returns of 29 and 27%, while Polkadot, Tron, Cosmos, and BNB and Cardano also rallied really strong. Solana, this is the part that I want to say, interesting. Solana was the only smart contract platform that ended the week negative, despite being the top performing asset last week. So what does that tell you? If you know me, you know that I love Solana. I am all for Solana. I've been buying it all basically since like $5, just like nonstop, right? And so if you look at something like the daily, what happens? Huge spike up, and then a couple days consolidation. Huge, huge, huge spike up, a couple days consolidation. Huge, huge, huge spike up, a couple days consolidation. Huge, huge, huge spike up. And then, so if you're doing this, you might want to say, oh, this just had a, this just had a 30% increase in one day. Let me either take some off the table and move it to something that didn't necessarily move, or you could even go to the weekly and say, oh, this had a nearly a 50% week. There's a lot of different ways that you could play these things. Personally, I like to just hold on to the projects and not trade them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, because you could have said, oh, this had an amazing week right here, 50%, so let me switch it and move into something else. And yeah, maybe you could have moved into something else, but you would have missed out on, another 168% gains, or you could have just held it. Same thing goes for Ethereum. Personally, I have my Ethereum, and it's just like, why sell it? Why even sell it? We're in a bull run, so just hold on to your crypto assets. And this is my strategy. I'll talk more about this in my investment video that I'll do. And of course, none of this is investment advice, but I'm just saying we're in a bull market. Don't sell too early. It's very easy to sell very early, but there's no point in doing that, because you might as well just hold on to it and then, continue riding the wave up until we're even close to a bear market. And watch my other video to know when I think we're going to be in a bear market. And so, as the article said, EOS was the biggest gainer. It had like a 50% week. It went up 109%, and now it's back down to around 60% gains. And if you want to get in, the best places that I see are either the 50% or the 61.8%. Because you could see that there is some resistance levels right here, which are now support, and there was some support right here as well. And then on the 61.8%, there is this big level right here. So it's sort of front running that. And you could either do that, or you could bring this up and bring it up just a little bit. But these are the levels that I would want to enter into. So somewhere around $9, and basically $9 and then $8. When it comes to EOS. As for Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cardano, I am simply holding on to all of these. I'm not planning on selling any of them. Now, there are a ton of other news stories that I want to get through, so let's get started. First one is about Square. It says Square reports $3.51 billion in Bitcoin revenue via its Cash App for the first quarter of 2021. This is freaking huge. It says that there's $3.51 billion in Bitcoin revenue during the first quarter of 2021. The firm made $75 million worth of Bitcoin gross profits during the same period. Bitcoin revenue and gross profit benefited from a year-over-year increase in the price of Bitcoin, Bitcoin actives, and growth in customer demand. In future quarters, we recognize that Bitcoin revenue may fluctuate as a result of changes in customer demand or the market price of Bitcoin. So basically what they're saying is that their Square made $75 million in gross profits, and it made $3.51 billion in Bitcoin revenue. You think that when other companies see this, they're gonna want to offer Bitcoin? I sure think so. The gross profits from Bitcoin grew over 1,000% year over year. I mean, it's such an obvious choice to offer Bitcoin. And if you want to know more about what's going on with Square, you could see the Square 2021 shareholder letter. You can find this online, no problem. And speaking about things that offer Bitcoin to their clients, check this out. Bitcoin is coming to hundreds of US banks this year, says crypto custody firm NYDIG. For the first time, customers of some US banks will soon be able to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts. Banks are asking for Bitcoin because they could see their customers sending dollars to Coinbase and other crypto exchanges. After rolling out the initial Bitcoin product, the NYDIG plans on other services, including debit card rewards paid in Bitcoin and a new type of bank account that is FDIC insured but pays interest in Bitcoin. Bitcoin may be taking another step towards mainstream adoption because for the first time, customers of some US banks may soon be able to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts. This company, a subsidiary of $10 billion New York-based asset manager Stoneridge, has partnered with fintech giant Fidelity National Information Services to enable US banks to offer Bitcoin in coming months. So just this year, by the end of this year, some banks should be able to offer Bitcoin. And this is very, very big because there's a lot of people that don't sign up to Coinbase or don't sign up to these other exchanges or things that offer Bitcoin. And if they could just do it straight from their bank without having to go anywhere, that would just increase the demand. It would increase the access, the availability to Bitcoin. And that would be absolutely huge. Back in March, Morgan Stanley said that it's going to be one of the first banks to offer Bitcoin funds to its clients. And Goldman Sachs also quickly followed suit with announcements of its own. And now JP Morgan is reportedly looking at its own product in conjunction with NYDIG. So all of these banks are starting to get on board and offer Bitcoin because they're losing their money to Coinbase and to Gemini and to the different exchanges. And speaking of banks getting into crypto, we also have Citigroup, which gets back into crypto. Citi first began exploring a token connected to global payments back in 2015. The project known as Citicoin was explored by Citi's innovative lab in Dublin, but was never formally announced by the bank. Now the bank is considering to offer client cryptocurrency services, including potentially trading, custody, and financing. So there is just so much demand for cryptocurrencies that banks are finally just caving in and just saying, okay, I guess we have to offer it. So that is some super, super, super bullish news for crypto. And NYDIG, which is the firm that is working with all the banks to offer cryptocurrency or Bitcoin in the banks, well, look at this. Bitcoin services firm NYDIG hires CFO of Bridgewater Associates, the world's largest hedge fund. Yes, so the CFO of freaking Bridgewater, the world's largest hedge fund, this is Ray Dalio, level. His freaking hedge fund, the CFO of that, is now the CEO of NYDIG, which is working with the banks. So this guy, Bitcoin Trading Services, has hired John Dalby, left Bridgewater, the world's largest hedge fund, to go work for a cryptocurrency startup or a cryptocurrency company. That's absolutely mind-blowing because he understands, just like so many other people, just like you, understand that this is the future. This is literally everything is pointing towards this direction. It's an unstoppable force. It didn't die in 2018 or 2019. It didn't die when Mt. Gox got hacked. It didn't die in 2013. It didn't die with Silk Road. None of it. It's going to be here forever. And people like John Dalby finally, understanding that, leaving his probably, who knows how much money, $100 million a year, decided to go over to NYDIG for, I'm guessing, much, 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 much less pay. But NYDIG did experience rapid growth and raised $300 million. And now they launched a global insurance solutions practice to create Bitcoin-powered products and services for the global insurance industry. So it's just growing so quickly. And then probably the last crypto/banking thing that I want to mention is Ripple's XRP sales increased nearly 100% in Q1 2021 despite SEC lawsuit. So Ripple has reported a nearly 100% increase in XRP sales for the first quarter of 2021 despite its ongoing legal battle with the US Securities Exchange Commission. Its sales went up to 150 million compared to 76 million in Q4 2020, which is an increase of 97%. It said that its on-demand liquidity service contributed to the jump. ODL helps Ripple clients sell cross-border payments via XRP without pre-funding. Ripple said it saw deeper engagement from key ODL customers in the first quarter. For over a year, Ripple has not sold XRP programmatically, i.e. to cryptocurrency exchanges. So it looks like XRP, Ripple, is still doing its thing fundamentally. So maybe having a small moon bag of XRP is not the worst thing to do. Of course, that's not investment advice or anything, but just know that XRP, Ripple is still working under the hood. Although they still do have their unlock periods, of which the, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson can sell however many XRPs they get when they get released from their vested wallets. And that's why I don't have a whole lot of XRP. It's just because there's much better opportunities. And then the last couple things I want to talk about are actually on tokens. So one is called Dfinity, and it's finally launching its internet computer. This is a really, really big project. Lots of hype, lots of anticipation. Dfinity is a decentralized network. Its creators call the internet computer, and it is finally going live. This has been in the works for years and years and years. I think ever since the foundation was revealed in 2008. And I think that it started working on the actual main network and stuff like that in 2017. Don't quote me on that. But this says that at its core, the internet computer is the world's first blockchain that runs at web speed with unlimited capacity, solving the blockchain trilemma by producing a blockchain network that is decentralized, secure, and scalable. So this is really, 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 really big. It is not yet available. The token itself is going to be called the Internet Computer Protocol, the ICP. But as you can see right here on CoinMarketCap, it is not available yet. So I will be keeping an eye on ICP and seeing when it drops, what exchanges it drops on, and I will be picking up a big bag of this because this has some huge, huge, huge potential. Another big thing is actually the fact that it gives a layer of censorship resistance to Ethereum. So Dfinity, it just has honestly so many different aspects to it that can really, really be fundamentally sound. So I love Dfinity, just from everything that I've been, reading up on it, and I highly, highly recommend reading up on some stuff about Dfinity so that you understand what it is. I'm not going to go over all of this because it does get a little bit technical, and this video is already pretty long. The other thing that is pretty cool is that Lido is an Ethereum 2.0 staking project that raised $73 million. So Lido DAO, this is another, I believe this is the same thing. This is another project, LDO tokens. Yeah, LDO tokens, same thing. That is supposed to be very, very, very good. Basically, it's saying that it's a staking solution that's decentralized and it's going to be on Ethereum 2.0. So it's sort of like built for the future, which is another really good thing. And so there's tokens like Lido, which, are like Matic. These things are built to try to be future proof and so the evaluations should go pretty high up. Finally, there's Solana. There's yield farming on Solana. You could find this. This is actually an article on CoinGecko, but basically if you Google yield farming on Solana, it tells you how to actually do it. I'm a big, big, big fan of Solana. Right now I have Solana on different exchanges and it's being staked. So there's a possibility that maybe I could earn even more by yield farming it on, using the web wallet and everything like that. And then the last token I want to go over is Vesper. I have some Vesper. It's done pretty well, to be honest. The fact that it joins forces with Blockforce to create a DeFi fund. Holders of the governance token for the DeFi ecosystem Vesper Finance authorized an alliance between the platform and hedge fund Blockforce Capital. So the fact that this, this Vesper token is actually joining with a real hedge fund, I think that's pretty good for Vesper. And so I might want to actually pick up more. So I highly recommend reading up on Vesper. And the last thing is that you could go to coingecko.com and you could see the trending coins. Obviously, Dogecoin is huge. And then we have QuickSwap right above that. Fala, Cumrocket, you gotta get some of those cummies. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, so ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. There is WaltSwap, which I really, really, really like, and I remember talking a lot about WaltSwap. Well, it's a launch pad on the Binance Smart Chain, and it's doing really, really, really well. So I'm super stoked that I'm in Walt, and that's not financial advice to say go out and buy it, but it is something that I like. Also, the other thing that I really like is actually called CardStarter, and this seems like a very promising project, like future for the future, because Cardano will eventually have smart contracts, and if you want to get in early on the smart contract, initial DEX offerings on Cardano, cards will allow you to do that. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video. In the next video, I'm gonna be going over all of my current trades and all of my current portfolio and basically how I'm allocating everything. And then I'll just go over the markets, and we'll have a video of me going over the market and you know, showing you what trade setups I'm looking at, what coins I'm looking at. And obviously those videos will be the ones that will possibly be the most beneficial monetarily. Of course, I cannot give any promises. I'm just going to share what I'm doing to try to help people out, because I like to look on trends. I noticed Dogecoin pretty early, and I did see Solana pretty early. So I did catch a couple things pretty early. Got pretty lucky with that. So in the next video, I'm going to share what I'm doing, and then I'll make another video sharing my future plans. And so there'll be different categories of videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this, give this a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment if you want to know anything else, or if you want to have any questions, anything like that. And I'll see you in the next video.